Have heard me perform before. I usually tend to write love poems, but today I thought I'd step out my comfort zone and I wrote a piece that I don't think anyone's heard yet besides Professor Kubasta. And this piece means a lot to me, so I hope you guys enjoy. It's called The Color Yellow. Yellow. It is the color of happiness, joy, optimism, creativity, and many other wonderful aspects. Yellow things are usually positive. The sun symbolizes a new morning, and we should be grateful for that. The McDonald's logo is a nice and bright yellow that symbolizes cheap and yummy food. School buses are yellow. And though we always complain about school, deep down, for some of us, it means a lot because it's where we can see our favorite friends and teachers. Yellow is filled with beauty. So when did I start viewing it as an insult? My skin doesn't even look yellow, but that was the color it was given to me. I grew up in New Jersey, and I didn't really see many other Vietnamese kids, let alone other Asians. I went to school with mostly white people, and I heard it all. Chink, gook, you name it. The insults such as dog eater slowly became just a joke. A joke that's always followed by, don't be so sensitive. Racism towards Asians has always been subtle or simply ignored. Years later, I moved down to Houston, Texas. Now, I went to school with mostly people of color. Diversity was everywhere. But I still heard it. Chink, dog eater. Compliments like, do my homework, you're good at math. I heard words like chino and chink more than I heard the N-word, no racial slur should be used. Racism against Asians has always been subtle or simply ignored. Let's take a moment to talk about the word chino. It is the Spanish word for Chinese. Whenever I visit my friends, their parents address me as chino. Each time I am called chino, it strips away my individuality. It strips away my identity. When you clump multiple cultures into one, you are stripping away our individuality. I am not Chinese. I am not Japanese. I am not Korean. I am Vietnamese. Racism against Asians has always been subtle or simply ignored. But now, I've moved again. I am in Wisconsin, the cheese state, and cheese and I are the only yellow things here. And I am once again the minority. This time though, I hardly hear chink or gook. It comes up, but not often. The racist remarks are different now. Questions such as, where are you really from? No longer feel genuine. I thought things would get better, but COVID-19 was discovered. Racism against Asians has always been subtle or simply ignored. July 31st, Bronx. A woman harassed on the subway, go back to China, Asians caused this virus. July 18th, Sacramento. An Asian man is assaulted at his own restaurant as the man yells, fuck you and your chinky ass policies. Go back to China, you COVID ass. March 13th, Vancouver. A video of a 92-year-old Asian man is attacked, making it the 11th hate crime that month. March 27th, Martinsville. A Korean man is denied entry into a gas station. Never come back. Anyone of the Chinese descent is no longer allowed at this store. May 17th, Contra Costa. A farmer displays a huge sign that reads, fresh bat soup. Thank you, China. Racism against Asians has been ignored. I don't understand why the color yellow represents me, but the color orange now correlates with the number 45. It does not help that the number 45 called it the Chinese virus, enabling many of these racist attacks. It does not help that 45 validates more racism by blaming the Chinese people. It does not help that 45 chose to continue tweeting Kung Flu and Chinese virus after the World Health Organization warns him about the negative views it adds. Racism against Asians has been ignored. Now, in 2021, March 16, Atlanta, 8 women killed. 6 Asian women killed, yet this was not a hate crime. 3 different Asian spas were targeted, yet This was not a racial attack. No, this was just a bad day. According to County Sheriff Jay Baker, you know what I do on bad days? I nap. Because on a bad day, it does not excuse you to take away 8 innocent lives. Racism against Asians has been ignored. There are many questions that flood my mind. When was the color yellow given to me? When did dog eater become bat eater? When did people become people of color? All lives do not matter right now. These problems would not be resolved until everyone acknowledges that there is a problem. Racism has been ignored. No more excusing racist jokes as just a joke. We can no longer ignore it. Do not describe me with colors. I am not yellow. I am Vietnamese, and I am proud. Thank you.